Hey everyone, Nick here, and as you guys can tell off the title of the video, we're going to be talking about the next Starship Troopers film, Traitor of Mars, which is coming directly at us later this month. And one of the biggest things that's regarding this film is actually the return of Dina Meyer as Dizzy, because a lot of people remember Dizzy did die in the 1997 film, which kind of kicked off the entire franchise, and this is hailed as a sequel to that film set 20 years or so later. So there's a lot of interesting theories floating around there and stuff that I've kind of thought about after watching the trailers and looking at the promotional images and kind of seeing some of the cast interviews, them being coy about the character's return, and I've come up with a few options to sort of explain her being alive again or her return in the film. The first one that a lot of people talk about is that she's just sort of a mirage, or she's like a vision or something that's in Johnny's mind. Now this one could make sense because in the film we see that she only appears basically without her armor, and in one sequence when Johnny's walking through the desert after presumably being in a giant battle, because he looks pretty exhausted, he actually falls down into the dirt, and then I think that's when he wakes up when she calls out to him. So it definitely seems like one of those classic film tropes, you know, the character wanders out into the desert and they see something and that kind of gives them the motivation to continue moving forward. Now that's certainly a likely outcome, but possibility number two is that she actually is alive again. Now if I remember correctly, I believe it's vaguely referenced in Starship Troopers 3 Marauder that they actually did find her coffin that she was launched out into space in. Now I don't know about their technology at this point in the stage, but there's a slim chance that she could have been brought back from the dead, but that's pretty much reaching at that point. We don't really know exactly what their capabilities are in that regard. I mean, we did see in the first film Johnny was presumed dead and his leg was basically repaired by this robot inside of a tank that resembled something from Star Wars, but he was actually brought back in that regard. We don't know if Dizzy will actually be brought back fully from the dead like that. And the third option, I think, is that it's something that the bugs are playing on Rico's mind. Kind of like in Starship Troopers Invasion, the Queen Bug was able to get into Carl Jenkins' mind and make him do a lot of stuff that triggered events that almost destroyed the entire Federation. And there's a chance that since Rico is the general of the mobile infantry and that he's been stationed on Mars in this small base that could be easily overrun, as we see in the trailers, a lot of different shots of like the warrior bugs overrunning a very small force defending that base, there's a chance that there's a new queen bug on the planet or a brain bug, and there's some way that they are actually able to infect Rico and make him think that one of his old allies is back, only to have her be kind of like a sleeper agent or a mirage to make him do things that would bring upon the end of the Federation army there. But leave your own thoughts down in the comment section below. What theories do you guys have, and how do you think Dizzy actually made it back into the film? Personally, I honestly think that she's just back from the dead, that she's a real thing and not like a mirage or a dream sequence or anything, because I always thought that it was a mistake to kill her off in the first film because she was a great character and I really wanted to see how she would have evolved over the next couple of films in the series, and I'm really glad that Dina Meyer is back voicing the character. But anyways, like I said, leave your thoughts down below. As always, thanks for watching. My name is Nick, and for more on the Starship Troopers universe, subscribe to Hybrid Network.